Hey, fellow weird ass black sheep, welcome. I will be right back. Let me turn some music on for you. Give me just a second. I want to add this. How do I add it? I don't know. There you go. Thank you for holding. Sorry. Okay. Now, to find out where the hell I am in life. Hold on. All right, now we're prepared. Yeah, I know what's happening in life. Welcome. How are you? Hey, Miss Muddy, how are you? How are you? You have come at the perfect time. We start a new book today. We start Leviticus. And God is moving in with them. Well, he's not exactly moved in with them. He's like checking out his property. You know what I mean? Like watching the building going on. And he's still signing the lease and stuff. And he's like, this not good for me. I can't stay here right now. So he's in and out. Hey, Dan. Hey, everybody. This is my stepdad right here. And my real dad is watching, I think. Or he watched for like 5 seconds. Hey, yeah, I know, right? I have 150 subscribers. I'm so excited. I had 151, but I lost a subscriber. More than likely because I haven't got any videos of the raccoons because they haven't been around. But right now, we're focusing on Leviticus. And this is God setting, like, he's setting the HOA rules, the House of Authority rules, or whatever. Anyway, he's like ahead of the commission, so everything's got to be very specific. So that's where we left off, and I believe where we are picking up. Yeah. Hey, yeah, what are the rules? Did I subscribe to you, Miss Muddy? I might have subscribed to you. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Um, Miss Channel Activity. Oh, what is your name? No, wait. I need to. I don't know what's happening in life. Oh my God. What's happening in life? Show chat. Yes. Miss Mud Duck. Go to channel. I am subscribed. Yeah. When was the last time you posted a video? Why didn't I get notified? I'm talking to myself on the camera. One day, what if God was one of us? Hey, that would be not too far off because have you ever heard about God? That dude has more personalities than a couple. Oh man, and we're about to find out about all of them. And I wanted to show you my new pipe. I don't know if I showed anybody yet. I might have already showed people. I don't know, but I just think it's so cool because it's a cowboy skull. Where am I at in life? Right here. Cowboy skull is the coolest fucking thing. It'd have been cool if it was red though. Like if it was red. But yellow works. And he's a Steelers fan. Okay. Anyway. Freedom of speech, yes. Party pooping, no. Warnings before a punish. What? Warnings before punishment. No, I'm just kidding. I said punishment. Yeah. Eye for an eye. You could play it on break, maybe. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. And your freedom of speech ends where YouTube rules begin. Now, let's start a new book. Okay. Now, the Lord called. Wait, hold on. Miss Muddy, is it the actual Joan Osborne song? Because I cannot play that. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Leviticus 1. Now the Lord called to Moses and spoke to him from the from the meeting house, saying, tell the vampires, when any one of you brings an offering, you shall bring your offering of the livestock, of the herd, and of the flock. So you got to bring two offerings? Oh my God. Eh, So tell them, when any one of you brings an offering to the Lord, you shall bring your offering of the livestock and of the flock. So you got to bring two to me. See, this is greedy priest shit right here. This is not a God thing. No, you bring double offering. Ah, it don't hurt you. You bring double offering. We have good time. Priests are fat. We have good time. If his offering is a burnt sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it of his own free will at the door of the meeting house before the Lord. Then he shall put his hand on the head of the offering, and it will be accepted on his behalf to make atonement for him. He shall kill the bull before the Lord, and the priests, Aaron's sons, shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood all around the altar that is by the meeting house, by the door of the meeting house. And he shall skin the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. The sons of Aaron the priest shall put the fire on the altar, lay the wood in order on the altar, in order on the fire. Then the priests, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts, the head, and the fat in order on the wood that is on the fire. But he shall wash its entrails and its legs with water. Because the rest of it don't have germs, I don't know what's happening. And the priest shall burn all on the altar as a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire to the Lord. An offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. Yeah, that is the Joan Osborne version of that song. I cannot play that, but I know that song very well. Yeah, that guy tried to actively get my channel shut down. All right, good night, guys. I love you. Good night, Dan. Good night, Mom. Good night, Grandma. I love you. Um, yeah, but that guy actively trying to get my channel shut down, which is stupid because I don't mess with nobody, but he's actively trying to shut my channel down. That's not cool. But anyway, okay. And the priest, okay, and Aaron's son upon the altar, but wash, okay. Now, if the offering is of the flocks, of the sheep, or the goats, as a burnt sacrifice, he shall bring a male without blemish. Kill it on the north side of the altar before the Lord, and the priests, Aaron's sons, shall sprinkle its blood all around on the altar, and he shall cut it into pieces with its head and its fat. And the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire. But he shall wash the entrails and the legs with water, because that's the only part with germs. Then the priest shall bring it all and burn it on the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. My getting high on true crime, he reported me for copyright, but luckily for us, I was talking over it, so it only took down my video. It didn't strike my channel, but he, like, goes around doing that, on my videos sometimes. It's a real problem, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so oh god, why? 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 Why do I care about this? All of that was supposed to be in God voice, by the way, and I'm not doing it again. But all this, man, all these, this is crap.
And if the burnt sacrifice of his offering is birds, then he will bring his offering of turtle doves or young pigeons. The priest shall bring it to the altar, wring off its head, and burn it on the altar. Its blood shall be drained out at the side, and he shall remove its crop with its feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east side into the place for ashes. Then he shall split it at its wings, but shall not divide it completely. And the priest shall burn it on the altar, on the wood. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire. Shit smells like chicken and it's good. And it's a savory aroma. Yeah, it was a thing. So it boils down to I have to be careful when I do the true crime live streams. I gotta be more talkative, interact with chat more. Well, chat needs to interact with me more. Huh. Okay, so chapter 2. I apologize right now. We gotta get through this. I mean, we literally gotta get through this. The only way out is through, so I gotta read this shit. Don't look at me like that, Moses. We need to know what's happening. When anyone offers a grain offering to the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour. He shall pour oil on it, put frankincense on it. He will bring it to Aaron, or Aaron's sons, the priests, of whom shall take from it his handful of fine flour and oil with all frankincense, and the priest shall burn it as a memorial on the altar, an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. The rest of the grain offering is Aaron and his sons. It is most holy of the offerings because it gets you crunk as fuck. Yeah. Yep. Your free speech ends where YouTube rules begin. Don't be a party pooper. That should be the rule. That's a good rule, right? Yes, good rule. Okay. Oh yeah, and this frankincense shit. Yeah. Apparently, later in the story, they get some elephants smashed with frankincense and liquor for like 10 days. I don't know what happens after the 10 days, but they got these elephants wasted with frankincense and they put it in their wine and shit. Get you smashed. Okay. And okay. And if you bring as an offering a grain offering baked in the oven, it's got to be an unfluffy cake of fine flour mixed with oil or unleavened wafers. None of this shit can be fluffy. It's got to be anointed with oil. But if your offering is a grain offering baked in a pan, it shall be of fine flour, unfluffy, mixed with oil. You shall break it in pieces, pour oil on it as a grain offering. Because why not gravy? Why does it gotta be oil? Look, that's gross. Wait, is that olive oil? Because isn't like their bread that goes with olive oil? It's good. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay. If your offering is a grain offering baked in a cover pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. You shall bring the grain offering that is made of these things to the Lord. And when it is presented to the priest, he shall bring it to the altar. Then the priest shall take from the grain offering a memorial portion and burn it on the altar. It is an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. And what is left of the grain offering is Aaron and his sons because it's holy. Yes. Okay. No grain offering which you bring to the Lord shall be made with leaven, for you shall burn no leaven, nor any honey, in any offering to the Lord made by fire. This is the first time we learn God does not like honey. Honey is not God's favorite. Okay. Honey, honey, ba, 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 ba. As for the offering of the first fruit, you shall offer them to the Lord, but they shall not be burned on the altar for sweet aroma. Probably because they smell bad, because you shouldn't burn fruit, because I can't imagine that smelling okay. You know, could you imagine setting ambrosia on fire? I wonder what that would smell like. I don't want to know. Never mind. I bet it's not fruity. I don't know. Don't do that. Um, mm, mm, uh, wait. If you offer a grain offering of first fruit, you shall offer for the grain offering of your first fruits green heads of grain roasted on the fire, grain beaten from full heads, and you shall put oil on it and lay frankincense on it. It is a grain offering. Then the priest shall burn the memorial portion. Part of it is beaten, and part of it's not part of it's beaten grain, and part of it's oil. Oh, okay. With all the frankincense as an offering made by fire to the Lord. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I'm not. I'm not. Yes, I am. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yes, I am. Here we go. Okay. Chapter 3. All right. When his offering is a sacrifice, a peace offering, if he offers of the herd, whether male or female, it has to be without blemish, and he shall lay his hand on the head and kill it at the meeting house at the door. And Aaron's sons, the priests, will sprinkle the blood all around the altar. Then he shall offer from the peace offering an offering made by fire, the fat that covers the entrail, the kidneys, um, and the fatty lobe attached to the liver. And Aaron's son shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is on the wood that is on the fire, as an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. Exception to the rules here in chat. Yes, yes. Again, we got to make it clever, Michael. Can't be all wordy. Your freedom of speech ends where the rules begin. Period. Yeah, we don't got to be so wordy. Only people who feel like they need to be smart in front of other people talk like that. I don't need to be smarter than anybody. I am smarter than everybody, and you don't got to know that. You know how you can tell if a person's smart or not? I don't remember who said it, but the true mark of of intelligence is if you can explain a complex situation to a 6-year old. Understand? If you can explain complex things to a 6-year old, you're smart. You don't got to use all the words, man. Word magic is real. Use as less words as possible. And don't get caught up in people's shit. If they start talking like this, word, stop. Explain to me what you're trying to say. And I'm saying your free speech ends where the rules begin. Fuck off. Right? Okay. Anyway, we got to read this. Okay. Offer it. Okay. Then he shall offer from the sacrifice of the peace offering as an offering made by fire. It's fat, or everything, the fatty tail, the backbone, all that. Look, what the hell? Why do you gotta say this so much? Okay. Anyway, you're getting all the fat, and the priest shall burn them on the altar as food, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And if his offering is a goat, which I'm goat is good. Goat is good. If you get a chance, some goat, some rice on some pita bread. It's called got some rice, shawarma. It's shawarma. In Detroit, you get it at Sahara. Anyway, shit is so good. It's goat, lamb. There's also lamb shawarma, goat shawarma, yummy shawarma, shawarma is good. Anyway, uh, okay. Anyway, I guess the universe didn't want me to tell you about goat. Okay. Anyway, if it's a goat, he shall offer it before the Lord. He'll lay his hand on it and kill it before the meeting house. And the sons of Aaron will sprinkle its blood all around the altar. And he shall offer it, his offering, as an offer made by fire. The fat that covers the entrail makes the best fucking gravy. That's not what that says. The fat that covers the entrails and all the fat that covers the entrails and the fat on the entrails, the kidneys, the fatty lobe, the fat on the kidneys, all that shit. Anyway, he's gonna remove that and burn it on the altar as food, an offering made by fire for a sweet aroma. All the fat is the Lord's. So only God can have gravy. Only God can have gravy. Yeah. God, I'll make you some gravy, man. I make some bomb ass biscuits and gravies every good time. Okay. Anyway, this shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations. Only God can have gravy, period. That's not what that says. It says throughout your generations in all your dwellings, you shall eat neither fat nor blood. Well, good. Wait, what? Wait, does gravy count as fat? I can't do that. I'm sorry, but gravy. I mean, do you understand? Well, obviously you understand how good gravy is because you don't want anybody else to eat it. But I'm telling you, I would like to eat some gravy. Thank you.
I'm losing my mind. No, I'm not saying you're using a lot of fancy words. I'm saying use a lot of words to say your freedom of speech ends where the rules begin. You said it real fancy and professional like. Can't be having professionalism on my channel because I am not professional. I'm a professional pain in the ass. Me. Okay. So God's continuing and he says, why do I care about this? Is what he said.
That's not what I said, Nikki. What I said was whatever this here said, it says, I think I said this. It said I said this. I don't know, though. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. If a perfect, well, if I could read, we'll find out. Okay, here we go. If a person sins unintentionally, ooh, yeah, this right here. Look, look, this. This right here. This right here is why Nikki K can read the fucking Bible how she wants to. And I'm gonna show you exactly fucking why also. And this is only the first thing that says I can read the Bible any fucking way I want to. Well, it doesn't say biblically. Never mind, you'll fucking get it because I'm gonna explain it. This is the best. Yeah, it's a good time. Nah. Okay, now here we go. Look. Now, if a person sins unintentionally against any of the commandments of the Lord in anything which would not be done, and does anything, if the anointed priest sins, bringing guilt on the people, then let him offer it to the Lord for his sin that he sinned, a young bull without blemish, as a sin offering. He shall bring the bull to the door of the meeting house and do all that stuff to it. Then the anointed priest will take some of the bull's blood and bring it to. Wait, what? Then the anointed priest will take the bull's blood, bring it to the meeting house, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle the blood 7 times before the Lord in front of the veil of the church. And the priest shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the meeting house. And he shall pour the remaining blood of the bull at the base of the altar, which is at the door of the meeting house. He shall take from it all the fat as the sin offering, all of the stuff. Um, 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 um. As it was taken from the bull of the sacrifice of the peace offering. Okay, so that's how you got to take it apart, just like that. You got to get all the fat. So I don't know why it said that again. But anyway, and the priest shall burn them on the altar. But the bull's hide and all of its flesh, with its head, legs, entrails, and offal, the whole bull he shall carry outside the camp to a clean place where the ashes are poured out, and burn it on the wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out, it shall be burnt. Okay. Now, if the whole okay, this is not the part I thought it was, but that part's coming up. Don't even worry about it. Uh, Michael, you have no idea. Just wait. Just wait. Okay. Burn it on. Okay. Now, if the whole congregation sins unintentionally, and the thing is hidden from the eye. Now, if the whole congregation sins unintentionally, and the thing is hidden from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done something against any of the commandments of the Lord, and anything which should not be done, and are guilty, when the sin which they have committed becomes known, then the assembly will offer a young bull and bring it before the meeting house, and the elders will lay their hands on the head of the bull and kill it before the Lord. The anointed priest shall bring some of the bull's blood to the tabernacle of the meeting house. Then the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord in front of the veil. And he shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar, which is before the Lord in the meeting house. And he shall pour the remaining blood at the base of the altar, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the meeting. He shall take all the fat from it and burn it on the altar. He shall do with the bull as he did with the sin offering. So the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. Then he shall carry the bull outside the camp and burn it as he did the first one. It is a sin offering for the assembly. Oh my God. Why do I care about this? No, it's not satanic. No, it's weird. But you know what? The only thing I can say is they're sacrificing animals instead of people, and that's good because a lot of other religions sacrifice people, especially girls. Not that I give a shit or anything, but you know, at least they're not sacrificing people. For as terrible as these fucking God people are, at least they don't sacrifice people. At this time, they didn't. Let me take that back. At the time during the Bible, they didn't sacrifice people. Okay. Now, where am I at in life? Okay. If a ruler has sinned and done something unintentionally against any of the commandments of the Lord his God, and anything which should not be done, and is guilty, or if his sin which he has committed comes to his knowledge, he will bring his offering of the kid of the goats, a male without blemish. and kill it at the meeting place. It is a sin offering. The priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar and pour its blood at the base. And he shall burn its fat on the altar like the other one. So the priest shall make an atonement for him. Okay. Now, if any one of the common people sin unintentionally by doing something against any of the commandments in anything which ought not be done, and is guilty, or his sin which he has committed comes to his knowledge, then he'll bring an offering. So it's like, as long as you don't like s- like mm, as long as you don't see it as a sin, it's not a sin. So it's just like me reading Das Biblia. This shit's not a sin because I don't think it's a sin. God don't think it's a sin. We have a good time and we win the lottery a lot. So like we have a good time. So I don't really have to sacrifice because I'm not sinning. Yeah, it's only a sin if you feel guilty about it. And literally, there's only 10 things to feel guilty about. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't murder, don't steal, don't be mean to your parents, love God, don't be an idiot and, worship idols and shit. Like, don't fuck with other people's shit. If you're not doing any of that, then you're fucking fine. I'm not doing any of that and I'm fucking fine. That's what I think. Got a train whistle here. Hey, don't fuck with that dog too bad. Okay. Anyway, and common people. Okay. Listen. Okay. If he brings a lamb as his sin offering, it was a female without blemish. Then he shall lay his hands on the head of his offering and kill it like the sin offering at the meeting house. The priest shall take some of its blood on his finger and put it on the horns of the altar and pour the remaining blood at the base of the altar. He shall remove all its fat as the fat of the lamb is removed from the sacrifice of the peace offering. Then the priest shall burn it on the altar according to the offerings made by fire to the Lord. So the priest shall make atonement for his sin that he has committed, and it shall be forgiven him. Yeah, all right. We are totally ending right there. We will be picking up on chapter 5 tomorrow.
Yeah. So, here in a minute, I'm going to go get me a nice big bowl of ice cream and I'm going to come back for some getting high on true crime. and eat my giant ass bowl of ice cream. So, I hope you come join me. Psychopaths don't feel no guilt about that. Well, then they're not really sinning until someone reminds them. That's why a lot of murderers in prison, they don't realize they're murderers until they meet one of those Christians in jail and their sin is pointed out to them. And then they're like, oh my God, I really did something terrible. Or they fake it. But you would be surprised at who's in hell. I love you too. Or you'd be surprised at who's in heaven and who's in hell. Because it's all based on who you are, like on the inside. Sometimes murderers are good people, they just get pushed too far. Other times they're just fucking sick. And there's a place called the pit for people like that. Anyway, I'm about to go get a giant bowl of ice cream and do my other stream. Ricky, are you going over there? Miss Muddy, are you going over there? Okay. Well, I'll see you guys on the other side, okay?